So continuing from where we had stopped, right? So we can see very clearly that, we have considered the overloading constructor, but a different program which was there in the book that we executed. You can try to write this program also, which is there here and, in the next slide. In this slide, as well as in the earlier slide, the program you can try to copy and run and see how the result turns out to be. Okay, so definitely we will get the result corresponding to that, whatever we have over here, right? So now let us see how we can, pass objects as parameter in place of the what you call integers. Okay, in place of the variables, in place of the variables, how we can pass the objects. So basically is referring to, the concept of passing the parameters by reference. When we pass objects as parameters, that is known as passing the parameters by reference. If we pass to the parameters, till now we have been passing to the parameters values, and values are basically, it just means the what we call variables to the values to the variables, and that is, generally known as call by value. Whereas when we pass objects, then we call it as call by reference. Okay, so we have only been using simple types as parameters to methods. It might be integer, double, or whatever. However, it is both correct and common to pass objects to methods. So under this case, we call it as call by reference. Under this case, we call it as call by value. So let us take how we can pass objects as, parameters. So here we have considered class test int a comma b, test int I, int j. So we have here a constructor, because this is a method of the what you call same name as the class name. Therefore, this is a constructor. We are assigning to a I value and b j value, whatever is passed to these parameters from the main program. Then we have another method which is known as boolean equals test 0. So this is a method which has argument as the object of the test class test o. Okay, if o dot a is equal to a, if o dot a is equal to a and o dot b is equal to b, return true. If they are not same, it should return false. Okay, if both are same, it returns true, otherwise it returns false. Then, once this method is over, okay, we have closed it off here. So class test is till this point. Then we have the class pass object. Okay, so in the class pass object, we have public static void main string args, and within this we have put here test ob1 equal to new test 100 comma 22. So this is having the two parameters being passed. This is the what you call two parameters being passed to this over here, 122. So this is a constructor with the two parameters with an object 122. Another object we have with same values 122. ob2 is another object which is having this. Please try to differentiate this even though the values are same in these two objects. These are two different objects. They are not the same objects. They are equal to each other, but they are not the same objects. When will they become same? If we write test ob2 equal to ob1, then they'll become same. They are not same objects. They are not pointing to the same objects. ob1 and ob2 are not pointing to the same objects, but okay, they are pointing to different objects, right? They are pointing to different objects, but with same values. Okay, same values. We have another, object which is known as ob3, which is pointing to an object with values -1 and -1. So in the first two case, we'll get if both are same. If since OB1 and OB2 point to the same values, then we'll say that they equal. But in case of OB1 and OB3, they don't point to the same value. Therefore, we'll get unequal. So we have written here system.out.println OB1 equal to OB2, plus OB1 dot equals OB2. Okay, OB1 dot equals OB2. OB1 is of the type test, so it is going to the test class, and try to find out whether equals is there within that class. Equals method is there. Yes, equals method is there, which is having a single parameter of the type test, of the type test. O is the parameter of the type test, to which we will have the OB2 being passed there. Okay, OB2 is the argument which is passed to test O. Okay, OB2 is the argument which is passed to the parameter test O. This is parameter, this is argument. Please remember that to differentiate between argument and the parameter, right? Similarly, we saw because the values associated with OB1 and OB2 are same, because we have written here O dot A is equal to A, O dot B is equal to B. So this O dot A is associated with OB1, this A is associated with OB2, right? This O dot B is associated with OB1, and this B is associated with OB2. So since both are same over here, we will get equals. Okay, returns equal. Okay, else return false. So this is true in the first case, in the first statement. Whereas when we come to this over here, OB1 dot equals OB3. OB1 is having 122, OB3 is having -1 and -1. So this condition will not be satisfied, and hence we'll get false. Okay, OB1 equal to OB3 is false. OB1 equal to OB2 is true. This is what we are going to get. Okay, let us again try to take from the book whatever program we have there into the JDoodle and try to run. Please remember that when again we try to write in the JDoodle, this class should be public because this is having main program, and if this is copied into the online GDB, then the pos objects should be replaced by whatever we have written there as might be main. Okay, so that's the difference which we should make it. So let us try to see over here. I think might be we need to go to the book, right? So here, yes, same thing is there. So we'll copy here that program. So that was a very huge program earlier. So we'll paste that here. Then we'll go for the rest of the program, which might be there in the next page. And try to copy it over here. So now if I execute it at this point, so again it gives no public class. The reason why it is going no public class is the class which is having the main method should be declared as public. So this is the class which is pass object which is having main method. So therefore we should write here public. This is true only for this particular compiler. Okay, otherwise normal compilers do not expect that from you. Okay, so if you execute it now, oh, we are having volume equal to mybox dot wall, symbol variable wall, location class POB. Okay, which one is that? mybox1 dot volume 1. Volume, okay, mybox1 dot volume. This one, we have not declared the wall. Okay, we have not declared the wall here. Right, so we need to write double wall. Somewhere we should write double wall. Fine. So is it only that problem? Okay, I'll finish this class within a little time. Okay. Might be your professor is waiting. Oh, mybox1 dot wall. Variable mybox1 is not there. Why it is? My goodness, I think might be we have made a mistake in taking this up. Okay, I think might be we have taken the wrong set. Okay, I should have taken this over here. Okay, I think this might be the correct one. Yes. Yes, it's giving OB1 equal to OB2 true, OB1 equal to OB3 false. Okay, so this is the result which we will get, right? So we'll stop at this because I think you have the next class also, right? So I'll